Okay, where's everybody? And today we're back again with another video. We're back on Leighton Lakes, and since a lot of you guys asked me questions about how I ended up getting the Great One, how my process was, where I have zones, stuff like that, we're going to be going over kind of the steps on how I got them, and it's not going to specifically be a guide on how whitetail deer work, but we're going to be going a lot of that as well. So if you're wondering where to find whitetail, how to find them, stuff like that, we're going to go over that today. But this is going to be more so focused for people who are trying to get the Great One, and kind of my experiences. Other people's experience may vary. I mean, this is just kind of what I've figured out for myself and kind of what I've noticed in terms of respawns and just herds in general. Starting off, I'm going to have a very quick picture here on screen showing all the locations that I have on my map. Those are marked in green. The ones in red are zones that I had deleted or have only females left now because I overhunted them. And the ones in orange are ones where I've seen in other people's videos those locations, or whenever I checked multiplayer, that's where I had those locations there. Now, let's focus on very quickly how I set my map up. So if you go ahead, you can see that also on that picture there. You see I have a ton of tents with tripods, and at some places I just have tripods and tents, just like over here as well. So what I always try and do is, as you can see, I have a zone over there. This is also the one where we got the Great One. So I'm around 200 meters away. Place a tent, place a tripod that's facing usually in the direction of where the zone is. Then I will usually take something like the M1, the 30-06, the 270 would work here as well, 243 will work as well. M1 is just the most efficient because it has 5 bullets and insane accuracy with low recoil and a pretty quick fire rate. So usually I'll try and take 2 or 3 bucks out, but right now we just have one of them. So what I'll do is I'll kind of come here, take the shot. I'll always usually try and drop them, but it doesn't always happen. You do mess up certain shots, and there we go. There he goes down. Then usually most places are a bit further away and easier terrain, so then I'll go ahead and take an ATV and then drive over there. But because of the sake of the video and me wanting to talk, I'm not going to drive there with the ATV. Plus we're in no time hurry because we actually are done with the grind. So next thing is respawn. So a lot of people have asked me if the Great One for me came from a level 3 that I shot here, and to that, no. I had maybe 3 or 4 max weight estimates here, like 85 to 100 in this specific zone. But then again, I can't really tell that either because a day earlier I had shot a 3 that we found over here, I think it was. And we also had a 3 up here like minutes before we shot the Great One, but we only found that 3 literally right as we found the Great One, so that definitely was not a respawn. Something else I'll also say is that even if you kill a level 3 in this zone, it doesn't mean that he is gonna respawn in this zone right over here. It could be that he's gonna respawn in a zone that's on the other side of the map, or he's gonna respawn here. So they are not zone bound for respawns, at least in terms of what I found out. Now, another thing I noticed, some zones you will see that there's gonna be only females left, and that can happen, especially if you overhunt them. And this can also happen in terms of animals just disappearing. So let's say I'm here, for example. I'm hoping that at least we can see the zone this time and I don't have to call them out, because otherwise it's not going to be as effective. But some zones, if you overhunt them, like we have, where is it now? Well, I had a zone here. Maybe it actually even moved completely now, but I had a zone here with about 8 or 9 females and no male respawning for it feels like forever. Same with this zone here now. I think this is starting to die out as well. I still had a male here, yes, like a day or 2 ago, so I'm not going to call this zone dead, but as you can see, this is mainly females that we had here from the beginning, because I never kill any females on this grind because I'm trying to get male respawns. But this zone looks like it's starting to die out as well. Something that you can try and do is try and delete it, and that will sometimes reset it. That the same group of females will maybe come and start drinking over here, but maybe a male or so will join them from a respawn somewhere else. Now, I think the Great One can respawn from anything that is max weight estimate, so anything that's 85 to 100 kilograms. But I don't know, it could be that they are also going to be coming back from a 55 to 70 male respawn or 70 to 85 male respawn. That can all happen. I cannot tell you exactly what it's from. For me, like I said, I only had a couple of 85 to 100 kilograms bucks here, and that's where he respawned. He might have been a respawn from the 3, I can't tell you that. I have no guarantee. Something else I can tell you though is that if you find a great one in, let's say, this zone, where was it now? Over there. I am 99% certain that the great one will not just suddenly move zone and suddenly appear, I don't know, over here, because we did lose him at some point in the stream and he did come back. So I will just guarantee you that he's there. I know that there's a lot of trolls, and what I think is going on there is that he respawns as a overweight, so he's like 107, 106 kilograms, and he spawns in with the right rack. Then you leave the game and the game refreshes. So what I think could happen is that the great one rack disappears and he becomes a level 3 with like a 280, 285 scoring diamond whitetail deer and not a great one anymore. So if you find the great one, I would highly recommend that you actually try and stay on the game and only reset the time to shoot it, because what we saw is on stream, Jamie saw him at the beginning when I first spotted him as a 10 fabled. Then he fast traveled away and ran away after I reset the time, and it for him looked like a level 3. I don't remember if he actually once left the game. I think he might have. So I think if you leave a game with a great one on your map, there is a slight possibility that he might be turning into a level 3 that is just way overweight. But I can't guarantee that. I don't know if that is maybe another bug and maybe that was just a multiplayer glitch. I don't know. So if you really want to go safe with it and want to spare yourself the frustration and you see him on single player, maybe don't go ahead, leave the game, open the map up for multiplayer for friends, because I don't think it's gonna do much for you and it might just be bad for you. I would just go ahead and shoot it when you actually see it and just take your time with it, stay calm. I know it's a very nerve-wracking experience, I can tell you that. We were looking for 45 minutes and I was shaking for probably the entire 45 minutes. So stay calm, breathe, and you'll be fine taking the shot. Make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're well within range. Whatever you're taking, if you're taking a pistol, shotgun, bow, rifle, whatever you're using, make sure you're on basically right at the zeroing distance, nice broadside view, and aim right for the shoulders. That is just what I can recommend for you. Now, let's quickly talk about the respawn cycle that I mentioned to a couple people. Is generally what I noticed is once you kill a max weight one, or like a lot of the max weights, then you'll have the next day when you reset the time. I generally always notice that you will see more 70 to 85 kilograms coming back first, and then the following time you reset time, assuming you killed enough bucks, you will have those 85 to 100 respawns. So it's kind of like a two-way cycle, so that they always switch between 70 to 85 and 85 to 100, as long as you kill those estimates as well. If you kill like a 55 to 70 and that's all you kill that day, you're not going to see that respawn until you kill probably 20-25 other whitetail bucks. So do keep that in mind. Respawns are not like, oh, I kill one and then the next day that one is going to respawn. You still have to kill probably, maybe 20 is a bit overkill, but I think that's a safe number. So I think after 15 is when it's going to start to like restart the respawns. Something I've noticed other people saying as well is maybe to just try and restart the game. So you do one round, kill like 15-20 bucks, and then you just reset the time, reset your game completely, like leave the game, go back in the game, change the time to 12:30, and then hunt until 1500, and then you just do the same thing over and over again. I think it's a bit a waste of time. It might ensure that you get more respawns again, because the game might like check how many whitetails you have in your map, and then as it notices, oh look, we have 20-25 too little, let's spawn those in. That might be the case what happens, but I've noticed it works just fine if you just leave the game and just reset the time. You might not find the biggest bugs straight away again, but you're gonna grind for a while anyway, so why not save those like 4 or 5 minutes that you could be using resetting the time and just looking for new zones or finding stuff like that. Another thing, make sure you check every single part of the map. You can see I walked along this whole edge in the bottom here. I didn't go up here because that looked too steep and I don't think they can drink there. But I checked the whole map. This took me a while to set up, but once you do, you have all your zones, you know where they're going to be, and then it's just going to be really smooth after that. But that's kind of what I have noticed for the respawns here. There are some other things that I talk about in like my diamond and rare montage, just it's a number thing. You're gonna get one eventually, just the odds of getting one are pretty slim. So obviously I'm gonna try and go for a second one at some point if it's on the new map, but I know that I'm gonna be in there for a very long time, which is why I'm happy that I have Jamie who's gonna help me out on there to just try and kind of have 2 people grinding for the animal rather than me doing it alone. So it's going to be almost twice as efficient because we can go to different spots at different times. Last thing, shot placement with the M1, double long, drop them every single time. If they're running away like this, try and aim like right here where this like black line is, and then you should generally hit middle, lower or upper neck, and that will drop the animal on the spot. And if you guys have any other questions that I should mention, I'll try and answer them in the comments down below or on my Discord, which the link is down below. I'd love for you guys to join, really would mean a lot. But that's gonna be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please do smash that like button as it really helps out, and I think I helped a lot of you out there, and I tried answering as many questions as I could that you guys threw at me regarding the process of the Great One. Also, if you're new around here or you just haven't done so, please definitely do subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're always notified when I upload new videos or I live stream like with the Great One. And remember, comment your questions down below if I missed any and I will try and answer them like I said. That being said, have a good day, bye bye and peace.